Hello, everybody. My name is Frigid Hyperion, and welcome back to the Wilds of Wildemount campaign. This will be session 18 after 2 long weeks. And with us today, we have Lily as Windchime, Quinn as Anemo, Rocky as Edward, Kale as Brine, and I am Moonzik. And with us, as always, is our lovely Dungeon Master. Emily, the floor is yours.
Not for long. Quinn, take it away. Give us our intro.
Last time on Wilds of Wildemount. After a few days of disorganization, the gang finally consolidated back at Firewatch Island, allowing all of us to witness and live within the new home that had been prepared. Important not, however, to Anemo, who had the gap in intelligence bad enough to forget when he literally turns into a blood-craving werepanther. That's right. After a day of moving a lot of shit, pun intended, the night arrived, and with it, the full moon. Anemo, going out to take a dip in the water, was turned. The only person who knew of Anemo's condition was inside, and the likes of Edward and Brine were simply left to deal with the approaching large cat. Amazingly, they were able to get inside unharmed. However, once the Wanther burst through the doors, it was time for some real combat.
Wait, 1 second.
Wanther!
Wanther.
You know what?
Continue.
Yeah, sorry.
Continue. Sorry.
Wanther!
You're doing
Wanther.
wonderful. You're doing wonderful.
The Wanther did a lot of damage, and even brought 2 of our adventurers to the brink of death. However, using outstanding tactics, they managed to pin the Panther down in time to learn that this was in fact Anemo. Will trust in Anemo ever return, knowing that he had kept such a secret away from them? What will happen next? Well, let's get going, shall we, and continue to discover the wilds of Wildemount.
I love it.
That was great.
Thank you.
Also
Only
Wanther.
15 minutes.
My favorite
Also
part
Wanther.
was, in fact, Wanther.
Wanther.
Thank you very
highlight
much
reel
for that. Thank you very much for that wonderful intro. With that, we're going to open up the floor. It is now the next morning after the terrible night that was described. What's up, my friends?
Anemo's currently long resting in the bath, right?
Yeah, naked.
Yeah, I am vibing.
I don't know why I had to specify
As they
that he
say.
was naked, but he is.
Because
in fact,
Moonzik had a
naked.
vested interest.
Yeah, obviously. I still really
Brian's gonna-
haven't met that angel since that one time.
Brian's,
Now he's in the bath, you know?
Brian's
going
going to use Mask of Many Faces to revert back to her usual outward guise.
Without the eyebrows?
I'm sorry, what? Why would he do it without the eyebrows, my guy?
Her eyebrows got burnt off in the sea.
No.
That was days
Yes.
ago.
First off, that was a long while ago. Second off, my Mask of Many Faces is me using it to revert to looking the way I normally do. With
Eyes or
eyebrows.
not.
Yeah,
looks like it.
shortened ears, I look closer to a wood elf than an Eldraine elf. That's the point. Anyway, that weird question aside. Hi, Edward. Why would you think I would use my Mask of Many Faces to remove my eyebrows? All right. Anyway,
Silence.
so do we have any breakfast? I'm hungry.
Just one moment.
Pretty sure we probably have some stuff in the back. I can see what we can dig up in the pantry.
Uncham, you had dealt with some sort of supply thing? Do we have supplies?
Yeah, he brings supplies every day.
Have they just been, like, piling up on the shore? Or...
No, we have to collect it at noon, I think. Noon is usually when he gets here.
Alright. And... what...
But
So
we
do
have
we
some
have
from yesterday. and the day before. We don't go through it every single day.
That makes
It's in the
sense.
pantry.
All right. And Brian is going to head to the pantry and grab an orange.
Great choice.
And peel it, wondering why everybody is giggling at her.
No, only Edward is giggling at her.
True.
Edward giggles.
Everyone looks at Edward because he's laughing. I imagine Moonzik's probably there as well, still guised as Cheem, and his arm is being nursed in a sling. Probably, I don't know how long it would take to, maybe like a day or so, and then just make sure that not to disturb the bandages or whatever.
Don't we magically heal it?
I mean, I didn't break any, Moonzik didn't break any bones, so technically it could be magically healed. There's just a little bit more scarring on the skin that would occur, if I'm not mistaken.
Alright. So, sent a letter, during last night, or, actually, you said this was the morning after?
Yeah.
So I still have to send that letter.
Yes.
I have to send a letter. Moonzik, how does our whole letter system work?
That would be sent through Dejarkle, actually. Back on Broken Bank, she would send letters by a bird that she sends back and forth between here and wherever she needs to.
Cool. Some sort of homing thing?
I'm not exactly sure how that works, but I just know that whatever she needs to send is able to be sent to her location that she chooses and comes back. So,
Alright.
If you want to, I can go investigating about where they keep the post offices, or even if they have one along Broken Bank.
No, I trust the Zirkle. I do have a question to ask all of you, and Nemo when he stops soaking in the common space. What's next?
I mean, I think we have a couple days to recuperate, sort out affairs. I personally have a letter that I want to send to myself. I personally have a letter I want to send myself
you want to send to
a
yourself?
specific person. Not to myself. I stuttered there, but you get the point.
Writing yourself fan mail. It's always a good ego boost. No, I totally encourage that.
You do that in one time?
I have, when I feel really sad, it makes me feel better. My mom told me.
Aw. That's really cute. Cool.
That is
I like that.
That is single-handedly the most fucking heartwarming thing in this entire wholesome thing in this entire campaign.
That and bread balls.
And
Which I've only heard stories about. Is it true that that's the only way you eat soup?
No. I eat soup in Kentucky too.
Roll
a persuasion check.
Oh, there we go.
Whoop.
Teetered on a 2 for a second.
I got really excited. I'm not gonna lie.
Almost,
Alright.
but not quite.
I suppose that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just don't want to believe you, though.
Wouldn't it be funny if
Does
I
that make
casted
sense?
Silvery Barbs on that persuasion check?
You can do it as a reaction.
Are we lifting the
Too
nerf?
late. Too
Yeah,
late.
yeah,
I've
we were talking
responded.
about it.
Oh, hell yeah. We're lifting... I cast
We are
Silvery
lifting
Barbs.
it. No, too late now. He is
Too
right.
late, I
We
did
did
respond.
already go through
Oh.
it. But
Okay.
yes,
I believe you, but I almost don't want to. Does that make sense?
No, I
The
get
world
it.
just seems so much more fun.
Actually,
People
while we're
give me
here,
weird looks when I drink my soup.
actually, if we're going back to Broken Bank today, I have a question to ask when we're back on the ship. Wind chime.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, what is your experience with hair?
Like growing it,
Cutting it.
cutting it with knives.
Scissors would be preferred, but I mean,
Like of the rusty variety?
With some dull lighting.
Go back to sleep!
I can see in the dark, so the lighting doesn't matter. But are you asking me to cut your hair? Because I would love to give it a try. Always wanted to be a barber.
This is a well-known thing that Winch.
if you're feeling confident on it, I wouldn't mind at all, unless anyone else has an objection.
Please don't. I want to do this.
I want to watch.
Do you know what you want your hair cut like?
I have an idea.
Yeah. Do you have pictures? Or you can just describe it to me, and hopefully we will imagine the same thing.
I've seen plenty of adventurers in the streets of Port Damali sporting the kind of hairstyle. It's like the sides are kind of really short, and and the top is still a little bit long, but combed over to the side.
Oh, a little bit coiffed? Yeah.
Walk to Wildemount chat. I'm sorry, I was trying to hold it together, but
A little bit gelled, so it stays in place. I like it.
How did he know?
Fuck you, Gwen!
I have this perfect image in my head. I have silent image. Do I have silent image? Do I have silent image? Damn it, I don't.
Okay, you want to do this right now? Just like, make it.
Remember, I'm still in the form of shame. Now
Wait.
might not be the best time. If we can wait till we get back to the wave chaser, that would be.
Wait a second. Can you just change your hair, like, without a scissors?
Kind of. When I'm not taking on any kind of disguise,
Yeah.
then technically no, I can't.
So it grows like a normal person's hair.
Right.
Okay.
If that
So
makes
if
sense.
if I'm cutting your hair, am I cutting your real hair or your disguised fake hair?
If I go back to my normal visage, then you'd be cutting my actual hair.
Tim,
Okay.
I did have a question. We plan on working with a lot of the people here at the island for a while. Does not it behoove us to be honest with them? Like, I'm not one to talk. Look at me, but
Well, this I suppose is a fair point. I'm just weary of bringing people to Firewatch Island that might have more allegiances with the Clovis Concord.
right.
Which I'm not saying is something that will absolutely happen, but there are possibilities that exist in the world.
That's true. All right. We should make it so you have your own room, though, so you can drop it.
I had an idea of I was actually looking into that the other night before the whole incident with Animo.
Oh yeah, that.
But that aside, I was looking into that. I was potentially thinking of that room underneath the bell tower. That I could use that as my room. Potentially as I could room potentially with either a Nemo or Edward as well. Because that's quite a bit of space.
He wants to live with me.
I don't have any particular objections to that.
I didn't really think about that before this point, but given what just happened with Anemo, I think it's best if we have some sort of room situation where we can get each other's at a moment's notice. That way, if we're attacked from the outside, we have a bit more of a chance of setting up proper battle lines.
That makes
Potentially,
sense.
yes. Again, I have no objections to that.
Can we pull up the map, actually?
I am doing that as we speak.
Beautiful. um...
The barracks makes a good option, just immediately. It's a large area, meaning we can set up anything we really need. Oh yeah, we're not all talking around passed out Anemo in the
Passed out
tub.
naked Anemo in the tub.
But I do think, why do we have two Moonsics?
We do? Oh,
Good question.
I don't know. No, we don't.
And which one is the imposter? I mean, what?
Sus. Well, one thing I think we should do is we should wait until Anemo is around to make any final decisions. While he goes rest that off, day trip to send our letters. Come back.
Sure.
Do we...
I don't see why not.
Do we want to tell everyone of my disguise and everything, or should we wait until we get a better look at the living situation here on Firewatch?
Well, from what you said, we should make sure everybody is interested in staying and providing some sort of, value and using the resources that we're paying for coming to this island.
I personally think it's up to your discretion and what particular point in time you decide to inform these inhabitants of the island of your true identity. And I trust that you would make a good judgment when it comes to that time.
I agree, even if he showed poor judgment last night.
No.
It's not a common thing from you.
So, you're saying that it's up to my judgment, despite the fact that you don't trust my judgment.
No, I said that I believe that your judgment is generally good, except when it comes to friends. You let stowaways on your ship and you hide werewolves.
I'm going to look Brian dead in the eyes. I'm going to say, first of all, you were the stowaway.
I am the stowaway. Very bad choice. And you can see her, smiling as she says this. Horrible choice to let me on board. It worked out, and I think it's going to work out with the werewolf too. So keep making crazy, insane decisions, and watch them all work out. It seems to work for you.
You call me a werewolf one more fucking time?
Sorry,
I'm a
werepanther.
and I will be fucking spoken to as such.
Excuse me,
Panther.
I'm a fuck-mothering vampire.
He says-
I deserve this title and to be...
I
And just,
told a lot of people to get.
Wait,
that.
do I wake up?
there we go.
You can. It's up
You
to
can.
you.
You have 1 hour in your long rest where you can interact.
Okay, alright. I guess I can, groggily come over.
Still naked?
I don't wear clothes.
I did
for the
provide
most
him with
part
his
anyway.
clothes.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, well then I'm wearing pants.
Okay.
Wearing
It
pants? You
should
mean
be.
wear
It
pants?
should be said.
It should be
You
stated.
mean Wance?
Should be stated.
Lance?
It should be stated that he's wearing pants.
It should be
It's
stated that he is
werepants.
wearing pants.
He wear pants.
Cartoon rules. You either must have a shirt or pants.
But not both.
Or in terms
Never
of Brian
both.
Griffin, just a dog collar.
I could just continue to wear only the cape.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Oh,
If
you're
you're
up.
Captain Underpants and you wear neither.
Sorry, Wanther.
Slightly.
Does that make you feel better?
I'm sorry. A fucking what?
A Wanther.
I mean, you can call it whatever you want, I guess. Oh,
How are you feeling?
well, I mean, I didn't.
You still
You know,
look pretty
physically,
beat up.
I'm just worried about you guys more than anything.
Well, Janor took very good care of me last night, to where I think I can take this sling off by either later tonight or tomorrow morning. I just have to make sure not to irritate my wound as much. That's all. I'll be good as new before you know it.
Okay.
I mean, you only mulled spectral visions of me, so I'm okay.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
Wincham, how are you doing?
Yeah. I'll be okay. It was really scary.
To be sure.
Kind of glad you're on our side, to be honest. Anyway, we were just going to head into town, Edward and I, and maybe the others, to send letters so that you could finish up any rest you need. If that's alright with you?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Do you have anything that needs to be sent at all?
I no, that's alright. Thank you. He then promptly starts taking off his clothes before he exits.
Oh,
Bride is going to collect the clothes on her way out
How do I
and
move
put them
these
by the
properly?
bath.
How do I move them properly?
And then
Alt.
come
You
back.
hold
Alt.
alt.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just gonna pass out again in the bath. God damn it.
We should offer transit back to
The broken bank.
what's his name? Yeah.
It's not a bad
what
idea.
may be best.
We might need some, the others might need some supplies. Oh, that's right. I forgot that, don't want to just call him the cheese man, because I feel bad.
Oh,
What
whether-
is he?
I'm working
Cheese
on it.
man. Is that what we're calling him from now?
I don't want to
He's
call
not
him
in
that.
Wave Caser crew and other allies, though.
No,
is he?
I actually have to manually put the token in.
Oh,
because,
man.
I don't actually have a character sheet for him yet.
I can't think of his name. Something cheeses.
Bellwether.
Bellwether.
Bellwether. I completely forgot that
Wait.
Bellwether stayed the night.
Hey, it's an eventful night to stay. He said he wanted excitement.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, he can't really deny any of our stories that we've told him either.
I never
Although-
was under the impression once that he was ever incredulous about any of
Although I
our
think-
stories.
I think this time we might want to keep the particular nature of our friend Nemo a little bit under wraps, just in case it frightens off potential allies.
It's not a bad idea.
By the way, do you have a shield, Windchime?
Yeah, maybe. Funny things I don't keep track of.
Actually, which reminds me.
Let me look in my backpack. Yes, it looks like I have a shield.
Is it helping your AC or no?
Yes, I adjusted her AC properly over the break.
Speaking of bringing people to the island, didn't we also have plans of trying to make a dock or a small a small dock down on the southern portion of the island to be able to have ships land?
Yeah, but there's so many problems with it right now. There's all these spires in the water that make it impossible to get ships here.
That's off the north side, though. What about the south side?
We never looked at the side.
True, I could look, but I did trust the captain. The weird part is I chopped off a bit of the spire and had it identified. No, identified as turtle bone.
I still think it's I still think they're giant corpses that their shells are sticking out of the water.
That many? What happened? Is this like spawning ground for dragon turtles or something?
Don't know. There's so much we don't know about the history around here.
True. It'd make a lot of sense for an island called Firewatch, but apparently it wasn't named that until like 10 years ago.
Well, either way, we could go and deliver those letters, and then on our way back, make a detour to the south side of the island and scout out the waters around that way.
Island circle? Do a circle around the island. Island circle.
Right. I'm just trying to find a way to incorporate it with our trip to and/or from Broken Bank.
Yeah. Let's do it. Nothing happening while we're just sitting here.
Indeed.
And she's gonna get up and head towards our boat, which I guess is actually in somebody's inventory.
Probably wind chimes, actually. I think it's wind chimes.
Who has the folding boat?
Because Moonsick and wind chime were together when it was first, like, designed, so...
Yeah, I feel like...
Pretty sure it's wind chime that has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it, so it's probably you.
Yeah, I think it's Windtrim. This is
Okay.
why note-taking is important, folks.
Yeah.
Me taking notes? Never.
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 What
Ew,
is-
notes. Who does that?
Do we want to put it into the bag of holding? It looks... I mean... I don't know. It's already got like fishing gear and stuff like that. Could be like our aquatic supplies
What do we
bag.
have in there?
Actually, if there's anything you guys need me to hold on to, I've been putting a lot of my stuff in there. It's really taking a load off my back.
Let me see.
The only things you don't need immediate access to, because of course you'd have to ask me and all of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I suppose so. For now, I don't think we're in any position that we'd be worrying about our storage and encumbrance for now.
true. Alright. What time?
Let's head out. Let's have Bellwether come back with us as well, so we can open up
If
his
he
shop
wishes.
if he wishes.
So I'm gonna go
Says-
over to...
What about me?
Good morning.
Hi! Good morning.
Good morning. How is everybody doing today in this fine evening? It was quite the commotion last night. Happy to see everybody so alive.
We're not about to go dying that quickly.
We're
Oh, of course not. Who's gonna die around here? Dying is not allowed.
Yeah.
we're all
You
glad.
Dying is not
guys
allowed.
did give
Oh,
us
okay.
quite the scare. I see Nemo is still in the bath.
He's still recovering from yesterday's ordeal.
We be worried about him drowning?
No, he can hold his breath forever, so...
I mean, I think we should probably worry about him drowning. He does have an issue with, basically we should probably keep an eye on him to make sure that he's fine and safe and okay.
He can hold his breath forever. I'm sure he's fine.
Only when he's conscious.
Only when he's conscious. He's right. I mean, so long as he... it might be uncomfortable, but so long as he has his head on the outside of the tub while he's sleeping, he'll be fine.
Is his head under the water right now, Janor?
No, I don't think so.
Alright, good.
I hope not.
Let me just quickly... No, I'm not certain. Yeah, his head's above water.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
It's at this moment, it's at this moment Moonzik.
He almost got it mixed up again.
It's at this moment, Moonzik, you hear a familiar voice in your head. Hello, Moonzik.
Is this from Aisa?
Yeah. Does she know?
Sheem?
She knows.
No, she doesn't.
Okay. Sorry. Hello, Cheem. I'm just calling you to tell you that I have a couple of letters. Really, I have one letter. I have one letter for Windchime, and one that was sent to you in particular, Cheem.
I see. We're actually about to go... Is there a limit on words?
25.
25.
Okay. My thanks. I will send letters to you via Dejarkle, plus to pick up. Also, there is a special knife at Adventurers Guild. Please reserve. That's exactly 25.
She sends back. I can cast this multiple times a day. You can speak in full sentences. It's okay. What's this knife that you want reserved?
The knife is at the Adventurers Guild and it is called Grudge. If you could reserve it for me, I do have the funds to purchase it.
Hear no response.
Hopefully she got that. Well, it seems like we have some mail of our own back home or back in Port Damali. So when Dejarkle sends the letters that we have for her to send, her bird can also pick up the letters meant for us.
Interesting.
Um,
That's rather helpful.
I mean, I have a letter that I have to pen.
Completely convenient.
one for my. So we have going one from Brian, one from Edward, and one from Windchime, correct?
I'm sorry. I feel like we're ignoring our guest for a second here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I really hope that whole ordeal didn't scare you too much. It was rather unexpected, but I can assure you that the island is safe. The altercation involved was something that cannot return here without our knowledge.
What'd you all do with it? Barrett says. I could, I'm pretty capable. I could skin it if you still had it. Be a nice rug.
Is it Nemo in the room?
We transmuted it. We transformed it.
You did what? Transmutating an entire creature? Roll a deception check.
Oh, shit.
Technically persuasion. We mean
No,
the
it's a
whole...
deception.
You're still hiding something.
It's
It doesn't
fair-
matter
it's
if you're
fair
technically
enough.
telling the truth, you're hiding something.
Alright, fair enough.
If he's rolling an insight against the deception, I'll silvery barbs it if he succeeds.
You can
I
do
just
it
said
as
a
a reaction.
DC. I just said a DC, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I mean, if you'd like, if you want to, if you plan on using it, I guess I could.
No,
I'll
it's
do
fine.
it.
He's fine.
Okay.
If you've already got a DC set down, no worries.
He says, right, well, that's too bad. A white panther. Woo-wee! I've never seen one of those in these parts, that's for sure. My real question is, how did it get to the island? Yeah, I kind of had the same question. I don't know much about panthers. I've never encountered one myself, but I didn't think they were 2-mile strong swimmers, if you know what I mean.
Panthers are actually great swimmers, but that aside,
Across the open ocean? Man, I learn new things every day.
I believe we may have brought it with us.
The flamingo boat?
In a manner of speaking. Hence
weird
why we were
compartment.
able to transform it.
It was some sort of curse or something.
We could call it that.
That does seem like, something this island would have happened to it. Or at least to you lot.
Do we seem cursed, guys? Are we the danger?
Well, we are two shapeshifters.
Sorry,
Not
inside
actually,
say
joke.
not
that out
actually
loud, do
saying
you?
that. That was the joke.
Yeah.
No, I say sorry, inside joke. At the end of the day,
We're probably somebody's threat, at least.
I can guarantee you that the island is safe.
I mean, he sails off. You guys have done a pretty good job of protecting it so far. I never thought I would come back. Ditto. I didn't even know anything was wrong. I'm just kidding. I heard your guys' story. He winks. Anyway, I think it's about time for breakfast. He goes and collects breads and cheeses. Actually, he pulls them straight out of his bag. Sets it out on the table.
Gonna pass down bread and cheese.
What do we owe you for this?
I mean, technically, you saved my life! Again! Well, I guess you really haven't done it the first time, but I digress.
He also brought you here, so I kind of feel a little responsible.
I must agree with Brian on this one.
Don't have a chair. I'll be back.
No, and I'm gonna get up. We were just leaving anyway.
He's just gonna grab a chair from the chair from the dining hall.
No.
You hear as he drags the chair.
I'm gonna wince with every screech.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Anemo, you watch this happen. You're like, what the fuck?
So, I think the plan was for all of us to head back to Broken Bank for a little bit to send letters and such. We really need to get a better way of doing that just from here. And then come back. Does anybody wish to be dropped off?
I mean, I still haven't gotten an opportunity to browse through all of the shops in full detail. I'd like to at least have maybe a little bit of a look around, aside from that. Not really sure. I think we could probably still stay on the island.
Windchime and I had something to take care of as well aboard the Wave Chaser.
Yeah.
Alternatively, if I can trust all of you to send out this letter, I could go for a swim about by myself on the island.
We're heading towards the ship anyway. We could probably give these to Jarkle. Give instructions.
I mean, it's not like I have any more money. I kind of spent it all on a very nice rod, and I'm just gonna pet the rod affectionately.
Are you gonna kiss it?
No.
Oh.
Not in front of company. Well,
I think we've got our plans set out for the day.
all right.
I think so.
So myself, Edward, Windchime, and are you coming back with us as well, Bellwether?
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Gotta open up the shop, just in case any adventurers decide to stop on by. It was wonderful seeing the island and having a little taste of adventure myself. Although I'm afraid I didn't do too much.
You did get to see the where the assassin berry plants are going to be. Do you think we'll have enough to make wine and stuff of the quality you'd be expecting?
Well, as we talked about before, depends on how many bodies it eats. Excuse me?
Like animal
Bodies?
carcasses. We're not going to feed it humanoids. Although, if we bring back a monster or two, I wonder how many bodies that's worth.
Contemplates dragging harpies.
Starts chanting, "Let the bodies hit the floor."
Alright. We should probably find enough space for farmland. We need growth. Any of you guys know a druid?
No, don't think so.
Best I know is a farmer, and I'm currently keeping in touch with him. And if I course, I know what you mean. We need someone to talk to the plants.
Well, we've got a charm for that, but
I can talk to plants.
Yeah, I mean, I did give the charm.
yeah, we've got a charm for that. That's great and all, but if we're going to be raising livestock to feed to the assassin berries on the ground, we're going to need space, and I don't think there's that much on this island. Growth would provide more, animal feed.
Well, in terms of general growth in itself, as I was saying before I cut myself off, I'm talking with a friend who's actually a farmer, who actually did adventure with us for a little bit before you joined us, Brian.
Oh, interesting. My social knowledge would be helpful, but I was talking about, the spell.
Of course,
Gross.
of course. Oh,
That
well.
allowing us to bypass some of the problems of not having enough space for all the crops needed to farm animals on the island.
Not really sure why you would ask us for a spell that none of us in the party is capable of even
That's
learning.
why I asked if you guys knew a druid.
Well,
Pretty sure none
that
of us
aside,
here know any druids.
that aside,
I know
this
of
is conversation
what
for
a druid
something
is.
for another time. We do have things we need to take care of today.
True.
We could talk about this
Alright.
later, perhaps tonight at dinner.
Yes, I agree.
All right.
And with that, I'm going to go swimming while they go off.
Wait, hold on. We're taking Bellwether back home, and then Moonsick and Windchime are going to go take care of letters and a haircut, while Edward's just left to himself in a magic shop?
Yep.
This is a terrible idea, and I love it absolutely.
Why is leaving the
Oh my
wizard in a magic
God!
shop suddenly a terrible idea?
Holy shit! I did not notice the north side of the island until I scrolled up here. Holy fuck!
I love it. I love it so much. It actually exists. How does it actually exist?
Oh, it's the pink flamingo
It's-
boat, isn't it?
Just all of a sudden I scroll up and I
Hot
see
pink swan.
I see a flamingo and I'm like, motherfucker!
Yep, it just exists. Even the little watermark in the bottom right corner.
Oh man, love that watermark.
Well, of course it's got a watermark. It's a boat.
It's in the water.
It's in the water. It's a boat.
God damn it! All right.
Okay. So, we'll start with you, Brian, because this is easy. You go about and start to swim around the island. I need you to make me a perception check.
I do not perceive things well. Actually, I do have a plus
Oh!
two. I do not perceive things well. That one.
Not one.
Yeah, you make you make your way around the island a couple of times.
Does that mean I get two perception
get-
checks?
God damn it.
You get I'm trying to figure out how to do this.
It might be
As
your
you're
father.
swimming, you get a little distracted by like the feel of the water and just like how good it feels to be swimming and moving. And it's hard to perceive anything around you. You kind of basically forget what you're doing as you're doing laps. You do notice, however, just naturally, because it's hard not to notice, that the backside of the island doesn't have the spires. However, it is still fairly rocky.
All right. Looking specifically for spires. No spires. Makes this a little easier. It's shallow?
Really shallow. You can't.
I can measure depth even without a perception check. I'm not looking for anything in specific. I'm just like, how deep is this water?
Fairly deep the further you go out.
And closer to the shore?
Like an island.
Alright.
I mean, you measure if you could get the ship around back to the other side, you wouldn't have to make your way all the way to Broken Bank. However, it's still, like, by no means are you going to be able to dock the boat on shore. Does that make sense? But yes, you would be able to get closer.
How close? I'm sorry,
200 feet.
200 feet? Okay. That's not bad, actually. Alright. I will swim back in with that information known.
And then the other three of you make your way onto the paddle boat and make your way to Broken Bank.
Alright.
Paddling your way all the way back to town. Thank you guys so very much for having me over. I really, really appreciate it. I should probably go open up the shop, though.
Sounds good. And hey, now you have one of your own stories to tell customers when they come in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, you're so right! And he dashes off.
Well,
I love that guy.
he's fantastic.
He seems like a nice fellow.
Alright. Where did you say you were heading to, Edward?
I was just going to wander around, probably check out some more magic shops, see if they have any more magic. I like magic. Also, I need materials for casting.
I don't think you would be a wizard if you didn't love magic.
Yeah, that is true.
I wonder if there's ever a wizard out there that actually hates using magic. What a story!
You know,
that
I've
would
known
be.
sorcerers who've hated the fact that they were, endowed with magical abilities. Not. And I've seen wizards plagued with regret from the capabilities and powers that they were even capable of.
Oh,
They were plagued with guilt and regret from their abilities.
well, we're dragging things on. We should probably go about our errands then.
I suppose so too.
The whole conversation just got incredibly uncomfortable.
As Windchime and Moonzik
Don't get me
walk
started
off,
on warlocks. They'll regret hit their packs.
as Windchime and Moonzik walk off, and Edward is just sitting there pondering to himself.
Okay, we'll start off with the two of you on the Wave Chaser.
Okay.
You, as you board the Wave Chaser, the familiar sights and sounds of your crew greets you. The people you've been traveling with for just about a month now. And on deck, you have Borth, who is tidying up some ropes. He looks over and sees you, Windchime, gives you a wave, and gets back to work. And you see Heidi, who appears to be mostly just staring off into the distance, also on deck.
Well, Moonzik actually will change back into his old visage and call a happy greeting to everybody.
Hello, Moonzik. Captain?
You don't always have to call me Captain. It still feels weird.
It feels right, though.
You know?
You are the captain.
Well, with the hat that you have, it's kind of hard to say it sometimes. It suits you. Anywho, Dejarko, where is she?
I think, I think she's below deck with Kajori.
Ah, okay. And I guess we'll make our way down to into the deck then to go see Dejarko and Kajori.
The smell of bacon fills your senses. And as you follow your nose into the kitchen, you see Dejarko and Kajori in the middle of a conversation, and the hissing of meat.
Actually, I hate to cut this for a second, but if you want to switch over to Rocky and his stuff, I got to do something quick.
Okay.
Oh, we're doing my thing?
Yeah. Rocky.
Well, I guess
Edward is left on the shore. What you doing?
So, what's the closest thing to a library that we have here?
The last chapter.
The last Oh, right. I should probably read all the store name. Anyway, I'm gonna head to the last chapter. First things first. And I'm going to... I'm gonna look up anything referencing the Pit of Hatred or Orcus.
Okay. So, are you asking for help?
Yes, I'm gonna, show up to whoever's at the desk. Hi, I'm looking for... I'm not sure if this is a particularly niche topic, but, do you perhaps have any material regarding, a god, by any chance? A god by the name of Orcus? Or perhaps anything to do with the Pit of Hatred off the coast of this island?
I am uncertain about a text that would contain something about the Pit of Hatred, but I am familiar with the Demon Lord Orcus. You see this this gaunt gentleman who has got some ink stains on the tips of his fingers and on the side of his nose, and some very thin glasses that are set low on the bridge. He, as you walked in, before you started speaking, he appeared to be pretty deep in an older, large tome. He shuts it, stands up, and twiddles his fingers in the air as if he is counting, almost, before he goes, yes, here. And he pulls out a book, and the name of the book is Into the Abyss. Let me just flip this open. He opens it pretty quickly, after going to the index and looking back through, and says, "Indeed, it does contain information about Orcus." He kind of gives you an eye, a little squint, and he says, "Nothing nefarious, I hope?"
No, we were recently attacked by some undead who had connections with this deity. I'm trying to figure out more about this particular thing that plagues us and our party. Or at least that encounter, at least.
Careful with what you're dealing with. And he hands you the book and gestures you over to his desk. The whole place is musty and filled with the scent of old books and ink. And he pulls out this piece of paper and says, "Purchasing?"
Yes, please.
And the cost of the book is 2 silver.
Okay, I will remove that from my inventory.
Anything else I can help you with? He looks over his thin
It'd
glasses.
be fine if I were to browse the catalog of books you have in your possession.
He nods his head and kind of waves his hand a little bit. Feel free.
Anything in addition to that, do you have any particular old spell books? Anything I could possibly scribe, old spells out of?
He kind of purses his lips a little bit, and he says, No. You would have to go to Arcane Minded for things like that.
I see. Thank you very
Excuse me,
much, though.
Spellbound. You'd have to go to Spellbound for things like that.
Thank you very much, though. Edward is going to pocket the book in his satchel. He's going to start browsing the store. Are there any particular books that have anything to do with rifts? Or, portals into other dimensions?
Go ahead and roll me a investigation check.
Ooh, okay. Investigation. Okay.
17. Let me see here. As you you start to run your kind of glance about the shelves of this old bookshop, and so sorry. And you notice that the section that the shop is bisected about 50-50 between fiction and nonfiction. As you make your way towards the nonfiction side, I presume, you spend probably the next hour or so going through various titles, looking for anything to do with riffs. You find 2 books about riffs. One of them, you find 2 books about riffs. One of them looks like a little bit more used than the other, and it's by the names. One of them is by Riffs and Other Phenomena, and the other one is called a clever name that I'm sure to come up with at some point. But yeah, flipping through the pages briefly, Rifts and Other Worldly Phenomena does phenomena. It does have a information that when you decide to read later, I will tell you. Yeah? Perfect.
Yeah, sounds good. He's gonna flip open the book, sift through some of the pages. He's gonna go back to the desk. He's gonna go. Do you think I could make a purchase for these books too?
He nods his head, looks through them, and says, four silver.
Sounds good. He's gonna hand over 4 silver coins.
Thank you very much. Anything else I can help you with?
Not at the current moment, but if I ever do find a need for more books or texts, I'll come back.
Puts his head and goes back to reading.
With that, Edward is going to head out of the shop, and from the recommendation of the receptionist at the last chapter, he's going to go to Spellbound.
You walk into Spellbound, I actually do have a...
Room?
This guy is...
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hello. The woman says, welcome back. What can I do for you? She floats lazily in towards your direction.
Floats?
Yep.
Yeah, levitate.
Lazily.
Yep.
Hi, I was just wondering if I can procure some more spells and add them to my spellbook collection.
Possibly. What are you looking for?
I mean, currently, what spells do you have in stock?
Let me pull up my generator.
Okay, is it okay if I just, like, you know, like, you
Give me
know,
a second.
like, list spells and then you can say yes or no?
Okay.
Okay, so absorb elements?
No.
No? Aw.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have a generator.
A generator. Okay, what does the almighty generators? And also detect thoughts?
Actually, it
What?
does have detect thoughts.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so I'll keep that in the back of my mind, right? Alright, Misty Step?
No.
No?
They have alarm, burning hands, charm person, chromatic orb, color spray, detect thoughts.
Oh, okay, I guess... Wait, go over that list again?
Alarm, burning hands, charm person, chromatic orb, color spray, detect thoughts.
I guess I'll just take... I guess I'll take detect thoughts. That's a good spell to have. Is it okay if I scribe that one?
She says, as per usual, you would just need to buy the scroll.
Just the scroll? Okay. How much would that cost?
$250.
250? I guess reluctantly, I'm gonna hand over the 250.
Thank
Oh wait,
you.
no. First, before I hand over the 250, I'm gonna ask: do you perhaps have any older spell books that I can directly copy it from? Anything that's not sealed within a scroll?
Sorry, I wouldn't make a profit if I did that. To every
Not even
customer.
if you were charging a fee?
She smiles and kind of laughs. Detect thoughts?
Yes, that'll be all.
So $250 for detect thoughts.
That is a lot of money. for a detect
It
bot.
is
It is
a steal.
standard rate.
It is absolutely a steal for a second level spell.
Yeah, but for me, that's a lot of money.
I'm sorry, Rocky, we've
Yeah.
gone over this.
Yeah.
Spells are expensive.
What about
Those are
for me?
weird.
250. I'm your brother. 300.
What? Fuck you, man!
We should get out of here, guys. Is that Malfoy?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do this.
Brand would like to remind Edward that it still costs a lot of money
You
just
can't.
to create a fucking second level spell scroll.
Yeah, which is why which is why you always scribe it from the book, because the book
If you
is
can
better.
find one.
Yeah, but I can't, so you know.
So
Yeah, exactly.
again, it is important to know, Rocky, we've been over this, but for those who don't, who weren't a part of that private conversation, basically the way spell scrolls work is you can either find a book, like out adventuring. If you fight a wizard or some shit, you can scribe spells from their book directly. There's still the added cost of the cost to scribe it down. You can buy a scroll and scribe it down into your book that way, which is the most common for lower level spells. And
I'd say it's not even worth it beyond first level.
Oh my god.
seriously.
I'm just
Or
hard-pressed to
two,
get it.
you can gain the close and intimate trust of somebody who has their own spell book. Takes time in order to gain the level of trust in order for somebody to let you look at their spell book, because it is people's livelihoods. It's like you're not going to go show somebody your banking information. Like,
Yeah.
There's also the possibility that with mutual benefit, you could trade with another
right.
wizard.
But again, in those cases, it's typically somebody you need to develop a rapport and trust with.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna force a 17 on the DC 20 Arcana check.
Okay.
On the DC 20? DC
That's how
10.
spell scrolls work.
It's a DC 12, but
It's 20 to scribe it.
No.
Yeah?
either
It's
way,
12 to cast
you're gonna
20
scribe
to
it.
scribe it.
You're going to scribe it just fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove the 17 from my portent dice. Alright, and I'm gonna add detect bots. I guess on the way back, Edward is just going to start reading the book about, the Into the Abyss. As he's waiting for Moonsick and Windchime.
Okay. Additionally, in the back of your head, there's a thought about a certain book that you collected, that you basically took from Anemo. Do you remember that?
Yeah, the one that I read a long time ago.
No, you haven't. You've decided now is a wonderful time to take a look inside that book that has definitely.
Never been read.
I'm going to
Oh,
do that.
no.
Okay. Go ahead and look in. Is this something you want public to everybody or just to you?
I mean, I don't really see a reason why it should be just to me.
Okay. As you open up this book that's handwritten and seems to be some sort of foreign language that you're not familiar with, do you attempt to read it with a spell?
Yep, comprehend languages.
As you cast comprehend languages, attempting to decipher the words on the page, you notice that it doesn't seem to make any difference. It appears that this is maybe not a language after all, but rather some sort of code.
Thieves can't?
It is not thieves' cant. Remembering what Anemo had said when he first discovered the book, there does appear to be some English in the far back cover.
Common?
Yes, common in the far back cover. Oh man, no idea. And you see the text that is under coded message in another language. What is intelligible appears to be some sort of poem that reads, "The heart of man is much like the sea. It has storms, it has tides, and in its depths it has pearls too." Thank you, Vincent Van Gogh. Who definitely exists.
Is Vincent Van Gogh, is that said in the book? I guess I'm not there. I should stop talking. I'm sorry.
And no, it is not said in the book. There's no quotes on that.
Like a history check to know that this is a Caesar cipher.
If you can solve it, solve it.
Would it be cheating if I looked up a Caesar cipher decoder and decoded it with online, or do I have to like?
It's a little cheating, but it's up to you.
If you're able to accurately identify that it's a Caesar cipher from that, go for it, man.
Alright, well, if you think you are so clever to rummage through my thoughts, the context of this journal is mine and mine alone, and if I am dead, the world is all the better for it. My sweet, please forgive me for all I have done. Ooh. That's what the hidden message says.
Now, as you go back and look in the book, you notice that using the same decoding method you did before, the Caesar cipher, it does not decode it. Sorry. Gonna need to spend a little bit of time.
Another section in the book?
You're gonna need to spend a little bit more time on that.
Alrighty.
It's interesting. So it's not just a Caesar cipher.
No, come on, that would be too easy if it was just a Caesar cipher.
My guy, I see a bunch of letters. That's it.
Yeah.
The fact that you were able to get that at all is, like...
I'm actually really impressed.
No, Caesar ciphers are the most common
thing. They are really common.
More so than Masonic?
No, Caesar cipher is the most common.
Part of it's looking for, like, patterns in it, like VLR, XKA. Like, the hard part is, like, deciphering what those words are, and then, like, trying to piece together from there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
one more time, if you wouldn't... one more time, if you could read the translation.
It says, you think you are so clever to rummage through my thoughts. The content of this journal is mine and mine alone. And if I am dead, the world is all the better for it. My sweet, please forgive me for all I have done.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to say it's going to take you a bit of time. Back to the two on the ship.
Yep. Speaking to Jarkle and Kijori.
So you walk in and you hear the sizzle of bacon, and you see Dejarkle and Kijori having a conversation. As you walk in, they both acknowledge your presence. Say, hello.
Oh my goodness, that smells so good.
Why, thank you.
It's a wonderful smell.
It is. It's bacon. Bacon time.
How was everything on the ship today?
You know, things are going pretty well. Pretty relaxed at the moment.
Well, that's good. That's always a good
I
thing.
was thinking about going to shore and maybe coaxing Kajori out here to go get a drink.
That sounds like a fun time. Before that happens, I do have a couple things to...
Zubek!
I'm sorry?
Oh, we were just talking over each other. What were you saying?
I was just saying that before you went too far, I had a couple things to ask of you today.
Me?
Yes, you are... Well, one of them is for your carrier. It needs to make a mailing run, it seems.
No problem.
We have some letters from... And I believe it was Windchime, Brine, and Edward that all had letters, correct? Double checking
Yes.
so I'm not forgetting.
Yes.
I have these
Yes.
3 letters here to send to Isa in Port Tamale, and then Isa in turn also has letters for myself and Windchime. If you could have your carrier take these to Isa and then retrieve those letters and bring them back here.
Of course, in Port Damali, yes?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
It'll take just 6 days or so.
That's okay.
It takes time for them to fly. Do you have them?
Yes, right here.
I will go do that right now. Talk to you later, Kajori. Later. She heads back up above deck.
How are things for you, Kijori? I haven't talked to you in quite a while, like this. Are you...
Same old, I suppose, just living life to the fullest.
Making wonderful food for the crew as you always do.
I try.
I mean, the couple times that myself and Anemo have stepped into the kitchen, you've had to help us. You've had to help us get our. You have had to help us salvage an edible meal out of it.
Oh, fish.
Well, that and that.
Where is Anemo?
He's currently back on Firewatch Island. There was a bit of an incident last night, and he got. Let's just say that he took quite a bit more damage than we had anticipated he would.
Well, offer invitation to him to go out drinking with DeJarco and I. You too, both of you. In fact, everybody.
Aw, that sounds like a party.
That does sound like fun. Would Borth and Heidi be joining as well?
Probably. I hope so.
I hope so as well. It's been a while since the whole crew have gotten together and enjoyed a meal together. But I will pass that message along. And I will at least come tonight. I'm sure Nemo will as well, and I'm sure the rest would love to have a drink.
Am I making more for the two of you?
Oh, yes, please.
I wouldn't mind a few strips of bacon. I'm a glutton for it.
In a short period of time, breakfast. It's just bacon and eggs.
Despite the fact that second breakfast for us.
Plus
Wait,
cinnamon
Second
challenge.
breakfast?
Second breakfast.
Yes,
Second
plus the cinnamon.
Screw you, flavors your water to cinnamon.
Moonzik's going to take the spoonful of cinnamon and put it into his mouth.
No.
No, he didn't have to, but he's gonna.
I'm gonna because I just go
No,
with that joke.
you gotta sprinkle it over the bacon and the eggs.
You say that.
Crusty.
but I'm actively
Shots
looking
of
for a
cinnamon.
Constitution saving throw roll here.
Oh,
fuck!
Oh, that's in that one.
Oh, that's great.
There it is.
What happens? What happens to you, man?
Like immediately upon closing my lips, upon closing his lips, like Moonzik just immediately starts coughing, and like leaves the room to like try and cough it all out, and almost vomits a couple times. Comes back in like after 5 minutes, still coughing here and there. He's like, "Well, I'm glad I did that before I ate the bacon."
now why did you bother doing that again?
Bad pranks die hard, I suppose. It was a bad prank
Alright.
back then, and I felt like it was. I felt like I still needed punishment from it, I guess.
Suit yourself. Mascus. Back at Firewatch Island, Anemo, you have arisen from the tub, pruny in blue. What would you like to do?
Quinn?
Are you muted?
I am, but I'm nowhere near here, so I may have not been paying attention.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. I flash back to
Firewatch.
Firewatch Island. You
Oh, I see.
awoke. You are pruny in blue.
Well,
What would you
here I
like to
am.
do?
Get dressed, perhaps. You know, who else is at Firewatch Island? If I take a look around.
Brine, Janor, and Barrett.
I guess I'll go see Brian. Supposedly,
Supposedly.
I could.
Back from your swim, Brine. What you doing?
I'm actually walking around, head in my tome, trying to understand the spells in it a little bit better. And not really paying attention, so every once in a while, I almost like knock into a wall or something. Just like barely swerve to avoid it.
Walls.
Brian.
Huh?
Hey.
Oh, and Nemo! Sorry, I didn't see you there. And she's like, where are you?
Well, where are you?
I'm like up here.
Well, then I guess I'd be like over here.
Alright, she like almost bumps into you before noticing you. Oh,
What?
you're up. You feeling better?
I mean, yeah. Of course. It's amazing what a night's sleep can do.
Honestly,
I mean,
it's like
really,
magic.
it's really incredible. It's actually completely unrealistic. It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, you feeling all right, man?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I kind of basically threatened you there when
Well,
you
I mean, I
first woke
did
up.
attack. I did attack very. I mean, I can understand why. I'm really sorry about the situation. It was so stupid. I really. I guess with all of the crazy stuff that's been happening, it's like my life is really kind of been flipped on its head a little bit. I mean, I love it. I mean, really, it's much better than it was before. But I guess I got distracted. I didn't think about. I
The
didn't think about when the
moon.
next one was coming.
Well, I mean, as long as it doesn't happen again, we should be all right. I mean,
Well, unfortunately, it's not just gonna not happen again.
no, I mean you forgetting about it.
Yeah, it's this was a first for me, truly. I can't imagine it happening again.
All right, that's good. That's good. That makes me feel a little bit better. Um, I do have to ask. Should I like not be giving you silver when we're divvying up loot, or is that just a myth?
Fuck. Are you
You-
gonna be stabbing me with the silver?
No, but I feel like stabbing you with the silver would hurt no matter who you are.
I'm just like it's just a question because if it's just silver pieces, I'm not. Unless you're inserting the pieces into a wound of mine, I don't think you should be worried.
All right. So no
But DM,
insulting
did you have any
silver.
notes on that?
It's fine with me.
That's fine. All right.
Right. Werepanthers are weak to silvered. Got it.
All right.
Land.
So do not insert silver into wounds. It's not something I would typically do, but
Just in case.
yeah. I'll lock that away. Is there something you want for all this adventuring we've been doing? I mean, it's been really fun to have you around, but I just realized a lot of people here are like looking for something. Are you? Or you just been like vibing?
I like to go with the wind. It's yeah, it's been great, and I like these people, and I want to see where we can go. I think I'm more, I don't really. My desires are less individual these days, I guess. I'm more interested in like what what's the next thing that we can do?
Fair enough.
know?
It's just that, well, we've kind of ended up, as far as I can tell, a little directionless, so I was hoping you could provide some direction with what you
I
wanted.
do want to control my inner beast, let's say. I feel like there'd be some people that I could talk to. But it's less like I feel like I could also just search within myself for some, weird thing that people do after high school.
That's cool.
I might have... I hope this wasn't rude. I might have jumped the gun on that one a little bit. I've got a friend in part of the Cobalt Soul. We actually studied together a lot, and I asked him if he could do some research into people who have learned how to control werewolf powers. Probably thinks I've done something and gotten myself infected, but
That was highly presumptuous of you.
it was. But I wanted to get ahead of it. It was just an option. I thought I might be able to.
I don't know how to feel about that. I will find my own way.
Fair enough.
I won't do any of you any harm.
I believe you.
He's gonna run off to, just try and find something to eat.
There's plenty to eat in the kitchen.
There's
Okay,
a bowl of oranges on the table.
there is. Back on the ship. I guess I ever put you guys on the ship, did I? Either way, doesn't matter. Back on the ship, you guys finish eating and composing yourself. And I believe there was plans to do a little trimming.
Yes. I don't know how we go about rolling for that, or if it's a particularly high DC at all.
I wanted to be there so I could give her guidance, but I'm not there.
I mean, are you sure the ship's the best place for this? It's kind of wobbly.
Well, I can actually kind of help with that, and I have the quail feathers token to keep the damn boat in place.
Yeah, it immediately
stops
upon
rocking.
affixing. Yeah, it does stop walking, and it feels like it is very sturdy.
Whoa.
Not going anywhere.
He's just like, what the fuck?
That exactly. She's like, oh, what's going on?
Rocking is gone.
It makes her uncomfortable with the stop of the rocking, and she gets off.
Wait, doesn't that make the token doesn't that make the token also disappear?
No?
Like you
No.
lose the token after you use it for the
No.
anchor effect.
No?
Nope, this one it stays.
Okay.
You just it's a click on or click off kind of scenario.
Oh. Okay.
You guys seat yourself, I presume,
Yeah.
and you get a clip in. Clip,
Yep.
clip.
Clip.
I want you to tell me what you're going to roll for, and because of the use of the quail's feather token, I will give you advantage.
Yeah.
Make
So
an
whether
attack
that be-
roll against his hair.
Whether that be a sleight of hand, a performance, whatever you would like it to be.
I'm gonna roll intimidation against this
something.
hair.
Yes.
With advantage.
I will stare down the hair until it falls off itself.
You're not.
We're gonna go with athletics.
What?
Wait. Tell me how you're going. I know you damn well are not proficient in athletics, so tell me how.
Have you ever had a dream, Emily?
Really, really fast hair cutting.
Really fast hair cutting.
Gee.
Okay, roll it. Roll athletics with advantage.
She just closes her eyes and falls unconscious, and just lets her body just go.
Okay,
Oh wow.
that's not too terrible. Why did you pick athletics? I just want to know. Like, out of anything else that you could have picked, why was it athletics?
Oh no.
Because I thought it was funny.
17's
Okay.
great.
17 is great. Very quickly. So quickly, in fact, you dash around him, snipping. You don't have scissors, so you're using like a really sharp dagger and just like tap 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 tap.
You're using one of Moon's spare daggers.
Yes, absolutely.
God.
I learned this technique in a faraway land once.
No,
I
no.
feel like this is a very good way to like get your neck chopped off by accident.
And you see before you a familiar, but not so familiar, but not so not familiar face.
Fucking damn it.
He is in fact not a familiar.
Whoa.
Just needed to specify.
You look so different.
Hey,
Moonshine just blinks at him.
I also think those eyebrows work so much differently without the long hair.
Yeah.
Wow.
Plus, I did some fun advanced editing with his stance and everything to get it like that.
So what I'm hearing is that I'm just so cool that you wanted to copy me the session after, huh?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Hell
He's
yeah.
not the only one either.
Yep,
Uh-oh.
we've got a whole batch of redesigns coming.
Oh yeah.
Everybody
Bro,
is
why does
free
he
for
look
a
more
redesign.
kind of like Doctor Strange with the cape and everything?
Well, that's his cape of billowing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Billows menacingly.
With this is the second official character redesign that we've had. If anybody else would like to have a redesign, I can either give you access to my Hero Forge that I ask that you do not abuse that privilege thereof, or we could do it together if you're not as fond of using that.
I just used
UI.
the free version. It's pretty good. There's really
It's
not
pretty
that
good.
much need for the
To download it?
It's pretty good.
It's
just
pretty good.
online.
It's just on, it's a browser.
Okay.
You taste the food and it's pretty good.
It's good soup.
Soup is good soup.
Good soup is good soup. No looping.
It's okay, Waffle's not here. We're not gonna
Anyway, so character redesign. Fun stuff. Oh, and here is the token in case you were wondering.
Well,
Our
you
good friend
clean up
Shane.
good
Sorry,
if I
music.
don't say so myself.
Yep.
You look like a real captain now.
Well, I have you to thank for that. Did a fantastic job. I almost feel like I should pay you for this.
Maybe I'll start a side business where I just cut people's hair.
So
Are you going to use athletics every time?
Robert's
The Legati Company. Shipping, adventures,
Also
haircuts.
barber.
Shipping, adventures, and haircuts. Of course.
Sounds like a really good catchphrase, guys.
Catchphrase.
Alrighty, you guys, is there anything else that anybody would like to do?
No?
No.
Aside from enjoy the bacon and maybe bring some back for Edward if there's any left over.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna like drop by the magic item shop, but I don't think there's time. So
You can
Yeah,
drop by
that's-
the magic item shop if you want.
yeah, I don't think I have enough money. Do they have a ring of spell storing? That's just
No.
no. Yeah, I didn't think so.
We will never see a cheap ring of spell
Where,
storing
where
again.
was it? Where Nemo grew
I'll be
his...
so sad if we never see a ring of spell storing again.
No, a cheap ring of spell storing again.
I'll be slightly less sad if we never see a cheap ring of spell storing again.
Yes, Nemo
Realistically, we should pay money.
redesigned
Realistically,
his
yeah.
character where his hair was longer. Moonzik was redesigned to where his hair was shorter.
Yeah, I think that the longer hair is so cool, man. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Yours looks pretty great too. Gotta say.
It should be stated.
Wind chime, get the fuck out of the way.
Get out of your card.
I think it's
Fair
so
and
cool that
contrasting.
it's a deck of cards.
I love
It's
it.
also terrifying because it implies that we have replacements.
Yes, it does
Wouldn't
imply
try
that.
and face down and end my turn.
Damn, look at that handsome fucking... Look at that. Oh my god.
Woo!
There you go, Quinn. Now I look less like your brother.
Let's go. Actually, I think the funny part is
People
now that he's
hate
cut his...
me.
It's funny thing is, now that Kale's cut his hair, that's actually pretty... It's pretty accurate.
You
isn't dissimilar.
cannot escape.
It isn't dissimilar. You're right. Even like the little twirled mustache. I think
Yes.
especially the twirled
Yes,
mustache.
especially that part.
God damn it.
We just made Kale edgy.
Again.
I've always been edgy.
Yeah,
Kale
but
is-
you're like this is a rogue, so he's like extra edgy.
Nah, bro. This man listens
This
to
is-
Also, his
like
parents are dead. 'cause he's a
oh,
rogue.
this man never got past the middle school depression phase of music. He's like,
Wow.
My
Wow.
it's a
Way to
really
call
great
me
type
out.
of music. I love 21 Pilots. I know that that's not what your depression,
I was not
but that was
thinking
mine.
21
I love
Pilots,
21 Pilots.
first of all.
he likes some different stuff.
I mean, like My Chemical Romance,
Avenged
Mayday
Sevenfold.
Parade.
Yeah.
All of those are amazing bands.
Yes, you guys are thinking of Kale's music. Yeah. It's not a bad thing.
Now your nightmare comes to life.
Yes.
Hey,
I'm just more a fan of Don't Worry. Be happy.
We'll see. Let's see here.
2 minutes later.
okay. You guys all make your way back to the island. Information is shared. Letters sent off. The back end of the island kind of explored. Is there anything anybody would like to do?
Actually, I was going to type this out in chat, but this isn't plot relevant, but if we are cards, we're the top 5. Edward's the Jack, because he's so magically proficient. Wind
Why is
Chime's
the Jack magically proficient?
Jack of all trades.
That's a
Ooh.
bard.
That is a bard, but also I like it.
Wind Chime's the queen, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And Nemo's the king, just because he has ridiculous strength. Brian is the ace.
It's actually
A
'cause I'm
strong king.
amazing.
Did you make me an ace or did you make me a jester?
The ace.
All right.
Yeah, because
And I was going to
You're
say
the
that
ace.
Moonzik is the Joker.
the Joker.
You never heard of Joker in a playing
We
card
live
deck?
in a society.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, why Joker?
Because he's kind of a wild card sometimes. He can do damage and he can heal. I giveth and I taketh away.
So Jack. You're just going back to Jack.
Return to
No
Jack.
way. I would say he is the Joker because there's
He's
only
funny?
2 of him.
That was a good one.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right.
All right.
In that case, we will go for a break, and come back after.
This
Yay.
is the best way to end an episode. All right, everyone on YouTube, thank you all so much for joining for this part. If you liked it, give a like, drop a comment, subscription, give me some feedback, constructive criticism, anything you feel, and we'll see you for part 2 shortly.